Yo, yo. What's up, guys?
You're watching some ugly ass blue car chase a pretty popular.
Yeah, so, just to give an update, what the hell is happening here. So this is the first of 6 weeks in Blank Pain Endurance Racing Qualifier Series, which qualifies top 40 drivers at least, I think, top 40 teams to the 2016 Blank Pain Endurance Championships. There's four cars on the track, 4 different cars, but each driving for the same trophy. We have a BMW Z4 on the screen right now, driven by Klaus Kivegas. Then in front of him we have the Roof 12R track, which is like a Porsche replica, driven by Kimmo Suominen at the moment. Then we have McLaren MP4 12C, and then we have the Ford GT3 car. Currently just past the 40 mark. Did?
Yes.
How long ago?
Mario just now in the chicane. And Mario Bertolotti didn't give him room on the right-hander, and there's Fabio Mantellini on the chat saying very clean move. So there's... yeah, I'm not gonna comment anything.
Replay! Replay! Super Slow Motion Cam is brought to you by Helsingin Sanomat and HK Sininen Makkara. Yeah, so on whose part was that not clean? Let's have another look at it.
According to Mario, according to Fabio, that Joni was not being clean, but...
yeah. on looking from the replay view, looks to me like each of them were too wide enough for the inside car to give him enough room through the chicane, which pretty much any guy with a good racecraft would do. But yeah, well, everyone can make up their own mind. It's still too wide, and yeah. We have seen several too wides through that chicane in this race already in the 40 minutes, and everyone has made it through clean. So I don't think that was worthy enough to pinch anyone at the right-hander. But that happened. I hope there's no significant damage to either car.
Not Fabio, Mario did pit, so I guess they did have some considerable damage.
So currently 41 minutes, just over 41 minutes into this race. So to give an update on, as you see, the gains and losses in the race so far. Core Motorsports in the lead, Inex Racing blue car in second place, Glacier Racing number 2 car in third, Forazer Coanda Simsport fourth, Virtual Racing Black in fifth, Glacier Racing 3 car in sixth, Pure Racing Team 7th, Inex Racing Red in 8th, Thrustmaster Mivano Black in 9th, and Iberica Racing BenQ in 10th. Riku, you had the privilege to drive that previous race. This is like a second of three races during this weekend, and the best results for each team counts for the championship points. You had the privilege to drive in the morning race, and how did you feel like this combo, car track combo, and overall the event went before the incident?
I mean, it's a nice track, and it's actually, this car is pretty fun to hot lap here. But when the tires get worn, I mean, it's in general the GT3. I mean, the rough. When the tires get worn, I don't know. I guess I'm doing something wrong when I'm driving with the worn tires, but I just can't control it at all. So otherwise, it's a good move in my opinion. And I figured we should mention as well that, well, this is a Glacier TV broadcast. It's not any official broadcast. We just felt like, because there's no one doing any coverage of the race without like counting those point of view streams, so we figured we would just fire up some. So you don't expect any super professional commentary or anything.
Yeah, and basically this is kind of a Glacier TV thing because I'm the owner of Glacier TV. But yeah, we're not back, so comeback is not real. But for some casual races, yeah, it might be. I mean, if I'm not personally racing in some Blank Pain Endurance Racing Series event, I will, if all possible, I will try to put up a stream in my secondary machine, which I'm doing right now. And if at any point you see someone in the ticker, or someone tells someone that someone has a crash or overtake, or you want to see a replay, or a certain driver, or you want to know someone's position, etc., etc., just ask for a different camera or a driver change, because I'm currently using 2 different iRacing sims on 2 different PCs at the same time, so my focus is mainly on the voting for my team and etc. So I'm not necessarily always seeing what's happening on the stream.
Yeah, exactly. They're streaming Road Warrior, and while they are people streaming this race as well, it's not like a TV stream which can show replays from everything. It's the point of view streams of the drivers themselves. So we figured we would give something that you know, we can have race-wide
more coverage.
Yeah, if there's an incident or something, we can show it to you guys.
Yeah, the problem with the point of view streams is like there was in the last race I had a look at all the streams possible, and there was few guys racing. I mean, looking at the far chase cam for their own team, naturally, because they are spotting for their team, and then there was a few guys streaming their in car, but it doesn't give you no replay possibilities of anything, and no overall view. I mean, not at least a good one. So I just felt like I actually, during the last broadcast, I was modifying the overlay on the fly, because it was not supporting team driving, so it was only showing individual information. But I think I got it into pretty decent shape. Pit stop sequence is about to start in about 15 minutes. Which who do you think Riku is gonna come in first? Inex Racing or Core Motorsports, or both?
I don't actually know. I think maybe Core hasn't had the chance to save as much fuel. I mean, they've been attacking the whole race, and it looks like Inex has been fine with sticking in Core's draft. So we'll see how that goes. But since we're Glacier TV, we're gonna do a bit more coverage on Glacier Racing and how they're doing. We have our rough team, number 2 team, in 3rd place at the moment, driven by Kimmo, and we are about 1.9 seconds behind the leaders. Slowly catching, hopefully we'll catch them up before the pit sequence. And next is the McLaren team, the Glacier Racing number 3. They are in 6th position. They're driving the McLaren and they're 10 seconds behind the leader. Closely followed by Pure Racing team, driven by Patrick Fischler. Our number 1 team had a bit of an unfortunate qualifying session. Qualified 32nd and is currently 22nd in the race. 46.3 seconds behind the leader, and they're driving the McLaren as well.
Currently you have on screen the number 141 car of Bastian Job, who's driving for Apex Racing 1 car. They did start this race in 3rd position, and they had a slight touch or a contact in turn 3 about 15 minutes ago, where Mario Bertolotti, who was the pole sitter for Mivado Racing, he went for defensive mode when, I can't remember, was it Kimmo who passed him on the chicane? He went for first he went defensive, then he went for attack in the right-hander of the chicane. He failed it. He lost the position, and in the process of going for the aggressive later apex, I think Klaus Kivegas also got past him on the same run, and then Sebastian had a run into Mario into turn 1. I mean, half a run, and then he backed off from that, and then he went too wide with Mario into turn 3. But from what I saw, Sebastian pinched Mario too far onto the left, and Mario pretty much had nowhere else to go. He touched Job's left rear corner a little bit and caused Sebastian to spin through turn 3 and 4 on the grass. He took no damage, but that's the reason why he's currently P10.
Yeah, I'm browsing the forums at the moment, so I'm not watching the race. Apologies for that.
There's no need for apologies, dude. This is unofficial broadcast. We're not getting paid or anything.
I guess that's true. But there's an interesting topic.
Yeah, you can keep on babbling something shit. Jari has to take a bathroom, so I'm gonna go spot for 10 minutes.
Okay, so Yoni left me alone here. There's an interesting forum topic from 2010 on general off-topic discussion from Ryan Murray about Intel GP. I suggest you all take a look at that. But back to the race. I was alt-tabbed and I need to go back. I don't know what Yoni's gonna show on stream, but oh, nice! Kimmo, so our Glacier Racing number 2 team has managed to pull down the gap in 2 laps from 1.9 seconds to 1.4 seconds. Number 4, who's in the lead at the moment. We're still very close to, closely followed by Kwanda, driven by Klaus. Yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. This lap, Alexander Voss comes to the line for does 20.286, and Kimmo Suominen does a 20.86. Wow, okay. So exact same lap times. But Kimmo should have to draft now, so hopefully he'll reel them in. What else? interesting going on in the race. I'm trying to look through the field. There's a nice battle for 16th position with Pure Racing Team 112 and Direct Motorsports. But of course Yoni can't hear me, so I can't put the camera. Oh, he can. Oh, he can hear me because he just changed it, I guess. But then there was some good timing. I don't know. Oh yeah, of course he can hear me. That was stupid of me. So yeah, looks like Direct Clutch Motorsport is gonna make a move now. And I guess Yoni can confirm that what I thought. So you can hear me.
What in the... Who
You can
confirmed
still-
what?
You can confirm that you can hear me talking even though your computer is on the other channel in TeamSpeak. But the other one is on this channel, so
Yeah,
can hear
everything you say should come and get through the stream just nice.
I
Didn't hear anything.
Oh.
Yeah, while I was
Oh.
covering the bathroom break for Yari,
Oh, you didn't hear anything I said? Oh, wow,
No.
because I just mentioned the battle for 16 that you changed on the stream. Like literally 10
wow.
seconds later.
Well, I was watching the relative gaps in the statistics board.
Yeah,
It showed like three guys within 2/10.
Yeah, as soon as they went to turn 1, I was like, oh look, they're having a nice battle, and then you changed to them like by the time they went to turn 3, so...
Wow, we're psychics, because I didn't hear shit.
Oh, and Evolution Racing Australia spins! Benjamin Smith, number 701, spins in the SS from 15th position.
And a replay. Go!
Oh, that was a weird
And-
spin, man, like... His
And
car just
don't
doesn't...
be, if you see blinking car in the replay, don't be surprised, because if I'm not focusing on that specific car at that specific time, the replay starts to, like, yeah, this is what it does. It loses the car for like 3-4 seconds and then it comes back. But yeah, that's a weird spin.
Yeah, looks like it just didn't pick the curb when he stepped off it, but... Good job by Benjamin Smith.
Might also
actually.
be hot tires.
Yeah, a good job from him actually pressing the gas when he was on the right side of the track, so his car would accelerate away from the track faster. So give
Why the hell does this overlay now it's like now it's showing P12, 13, 14, 15. It shows DNF, and all of a sudden it doesn't show. Why the hell is it doing that? The max cars is set to 63, so it shouldn't do that in any case.
It was doing that in the DWC broadcast as well.
Oh, so it's not overlay issue, it's iRacing data issue.
I think it's a data issue.
Well, it might be the same issue with my replay buffering, because even if
Like,
I'm not broadcasting, someone is
I was
crashing
watching
in P15. And if I switch to P15 and try to rewind it, it doesn't show anything.
I was watching the DWC race and the standings were all over the place in the ticker, so I don't know what's up with that. Like, it was so like 5th is Jake Sturgios, and then suddenly 10th is who was 10th, about Hugo Luis, and it's just like he had no order for some reason some of the time.
Yeah, ever since the 24-hour, I mean the endurance racing possibility came to iRacing, they had to modify the replay spooling so the replay files don't get overly big for those who lacking hard drive space. And ever since then, the overlays or the rewinding the replays have been bugging like that. So it's nothing I can do about it. If the car is like happens to be blinking white in my stats at the time something happens, there's no way I can see it. Currently
So
watching yeah, Kimmo and Klaus Kivekäs is currently behind Kimmo in the screen. Kimmo in the blue and white and black car, and Klaus in the purple white car. And I don't think Klaus is not having any plans on getting past Kimmo, because the BMW is so slow on the straights that it actually, even though you go on the straight right at the front guy's bumper, and at the end of the straight you're actually lacking by 2 car lengths. So BMW is really lacking straight line speed, but it's super fast on the twisty sections. So I don't think Klaus is even attempting to pass Kimmo. He's just trying to hang in there until the first round of pit stops, which actually saves Klaus quite a bit of time here.
Yeah, but I think for us seems like Kimmo has finally managed to catch up to Core and Inex. He's now about a second behind Core. and 6 tenths behind Inex, so looking good for him at the moment.
Yep. Quick break.
I did not catch what he was trying to say, but he left me alone once again. So the top 4 are close within 1.5 seconds, but then there's 50's 8.2 seconds. 50's 8.2 seconds behind, and then 60's or 11.5.
No, he's not. He's 10.2 seconds behind.
Close enough.
Yeah.
I was looking, yeah. Oh, yours is not accurate, mine is more accurate.
No,
so
mine is
far,
actually accurate because I'm watching the real-time data.
actual DNFs we have 4 so far, which is surprising. Then we have Team GT BES is 12 laps behind, still driving for some reason. Crossmaster Mivano Red, 7 laps behind, and Inex Racing Yellow 4 laps behind after having a collision on lap 5 or something. I'd like to say in the chicane was involved in a wreck that was he just got caught in a wreck, let's just put it that way. Everyone else, all 32 drivers at the moment, are on the lead lap, even though Iberica Racing Interactive 4 has super customized rear end.
What happened to virtual racing?
Wait.
Virtual racing black goes down like insane a lot. What the hell happened?
There's only 29th. Wait, was it Virgil Black? No.
Yeah, it showed like 0000 as a relative time. Or then it's just another screw up from the.
There's a cool team name that I just noticed. Pulp Friction. pretty well thought.
Yeah, it was virtual racing black. What the hell happened? They
pitted on lap 4. Yeah. Pitted on lap at the end of lap 41, and they changed driver from Stefan Muisalar to
Kimi Astovaniemi.
Yeah, it was Kimi. I couldn't remember his first name because I was still looking at the replay.
Hey, wow! Now we have a good pack here going for.
Oh wow! 26th. And again, Kimi has pitted, Virgil has pitted, so not for real position, but more track advantage. And he's being
this
just
is getting
blocked
tight.
pretty bad.
Too wide through the last corner. This is gonna be interesting. Usually this ends up very bad.
And Virgil is losing a ton of time. And still going, and we're back to
single filing.
Thing in single file, yep.
That could have been pretty disastrous.
What? Oh, never mind. I thought those had dropped back a lot, but not that much after all. I looked wrong. What is William spamming in the chat often? Oh, he's not driving.
What?
Oh, he's driving.
What's?
Never mind.
I can't see anything in the chat.
Oh, because he's driving the spectators, but it was white for me, so I was confused for a second.
Oh.
Apologies.
So,
update on Apex UK, they are in 8th. 14.3 seconds behind the leader. Driving the same, I mean, even though with the damage, he's still driving the same lap times as the leaders, pretty much, so... I guess, with the new aerodynamic model of the rear wing, it just maybe has increased drag, but has increased downforce as well, or something.
Yes, he's actually catching the trio pack on the screen. He's catching Inex Racing by 3/10 last lap, and the trio in front of him. Actually, I would say is driving the identical lap times. So a few more laps, and he's right there.
Oh, and Alexander Voss pits for core.
Yeah, the leader in the pits. And yeah, for Motorsports, it's the first one to pit. Naturally, you guessed it right, Riku, because they didn't have any draft. iNext Racing has saved enough fuel for at least one lap. Kimmo has enough fuel for 2 more laps. So how do I know that? Because I can see his fuel telemetry. So Tommy Nilsson in the lead right now. To have him on screen. So yeah, right here. Tommy Nilsson in the blue car. Most likely is going to pit on the next lap. Not sure, but he could pit. Kimmo is pretty surely going to pit on the lap after that. He has like yeah, way more than a lap enough fuel to yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure because there's
yeah, he is
1.7 coming to the back. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. It's on the straight.
Depends what he decides to do.
Yeah, if he goes for one more lap, then he can really put the hammer down on the remaining stints.
He fuel a bit less in some of the other. Oh,
yeah, he goes for extra
also
lap.
continues.
Yeah. Well, this is actually beneficial this time because unless somebody comes out of the pits and screws up the in lap, yeah, pit is clear. So yeah, let's see who was the one that pitted from in front of Alexander Voss, currently in P22, and yeah, they probably had a little bit of traffic on their outlap. So if that's the case, that might cost them quite a bit, because they are currently behind Forazer Coanda, as you can see. Coanda managed to pass them on the pit, so most likely after the pits, the top 2 guys will be able to pass both of these, I would think. It depends on how fast their pit stop's gonna be. It's gonna be close anyway, because Forazer was, just before pitting, Forazer was right at the tail of Glacier Racing 2.
But
here we go.
From Klaus Kivegas to Rens Breckman.
Here we go. 100% sure both of these guys are gonna pit right now. There's no way possible these guys will be able to, either one could survive another lap, so here we go. Stiff right-hander here, and both in the pits.
Continues.
What the hell? Are you kidding me? Did he forget to pit? How on earth does he have enough fuel?
He has saved a lot, I guess.
I mean, he has to save a ton. I mean, Kimmo was saving a ton, and he couldn't even, like... Well, yeah, okay, yeah, well, Kimmo had a 2.5 second gap to the top 2.
I think Rens might actually go past Kimmo in the pits.
Might?
Yeah. He had a 1 point something seconds faster in lap. But we're gonna have a driver swap for Glacier. Jari coming in for Kimmo.
Yeah, Jari Lohtari, who actually was faster than Kimmo in the first race. He did awesome, super fast and stable stints.
Yeah, I think Berkman is almost already coming to the chicane, and they're not even changing tires for the rough yet, so...
iNext Racing is currently approaching the back, on the back stretch in the middle, coming to the last chicane in short time.
They're not changing tires. Now starts changing tires. Yeah. I think we're gonna be quite a bit behind, actually, sadly. Yeah.
Actually, I think we're gonna be at front.
No way. Guanda's already going past. He's lost quite a bit, actually. Lost a crap ton of time. He lost like over 5 seconds. And that is, folks, why you practice the entry.
Yeah, like a so-called Musi pit stop can in here can cost like insanely lot. It really can destroy your race.
And Lohtari going wide in turn 5. And iNext hits the pits finally. So that was good, actually. Late, that's... Cool.
Yeah, that's super late. They actually did 48 laps. That's... wow. That's really wow, especially in these conditions.
Yeah, Core crashed. Core didn't crash. Core pitted. Core is still doing fine.
Yeah, Core pitted.
Unless there's another Core on the top split, which I don't think there is.
Yeah, I don't think
that's why they went down the order.
Yeah.
Inex is already changing tires, so we're gonna lose to Inex for sure as well. So a bit unlucky in the pit stop sequence, but well, what can you do? We're just gonna have to drive them, catch them.
Yeah,
Inex actually loses the car
much.
as well, so I guess it's better to pit early than late.
Yeah, this time because traffic was not an issue. But in the last race, hitting late was actually a beneficial thing because the traffic was far worse when you came out of the pits.
So Guanda is the real leader of the race, and Gary is really struggling right now. We are about 6 seconds behind Guanda now.
Actually, Inex Racing Blue is the leader car at the moment.
No, they've already pitted.
No, yeah. My bad. Virtual Racing.
Early. Wait,
yeah,
how are
they're
they
leading right now.
Oh, because they didn't put much fuel. Oh, well, we have a slowdown penalty. Without even getting a 1x, that's nice. Thank you, servers.
So after the pit stops, compared to Forazer, Glacier Racing 2 comes out of the pits full 7 seconds behind. So that was really disastrous pit stop cycle. I don't think I don't know if it was just a random, if they had some like optional damage which they decided to repair, or was it just a bad entry? Did they overshot the box or anything? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you said virtual racing was on a different stretch.
Yeah, I mean, they pitted on lap 42. Yeah, they pitted on lap
41. Yeah, 42 lap, which is somewhat surprising.
Oh, indeed, 41, yeah.
Yeah, so there's pretty much no way they are able to do the entire race, but that's actually going to be very close at the end.
I have to recalculate that it's gonna be like...
Well, anyway, they have to save fuel at some stage.
Like, it can't be 123 laps, no way.
No, it's 134 laps.
Was
the
it
race distance is 134. No, last race was 135.
Yeah.
What was it? I think it was.
Pretty sure it was 100. No, 45, 45, 45. It was 130.
45 times 3 is 135.
Yeah, nice. My math is good. But,
yeah, I can see that. That really sucked, dude. Yeah, so in some ways virtual racing is at the front because I assume they had they took like a splash of fuel this time, so they had a shorter stop, which like forces them to take a full stop at the last stint. So that might actually cost them, but it is beneficial though. To get to front, they have clean air, even though they are currently arriving to a train of 10 cars about to be lapped. So that's going to be interesting to see how well they survive through that pack. But now they had a few laps of clean air, which actually can be beneficial if you have a guy who is comfortable not sticking behind the draft. After the first round of pit stops, quite a bit of driver changes. For America Racing, Ade Koba Lopez is now behind the wheel. For Glacier Racing 3 car, Teemu Valkejärvi replaced Joni Takanen. I think Inex Racing Red also changed driver on the... Yeah, Isaac Price did the opening stint, now it's Joni Tormala in the Inex Racing Red car in the Ford GT. Right here. Alexander Voss stayed in the car. Rens Brockman replaced Klaus Kivekas. Dave Killing stays in the car. Glacier Racing 2 switched drivers. Kimmo Suominen went out, Jari Lottari came in. I think I think Pure Racing team also changed. Yeah, Patrick Fiedler did the opening stint. Tom Valentini is now in the Pure Racing team car. So quite a bit of, I think 30% of cars, 30% of teams decided to go for the strategy where one driver drives 2 straight hours. So now the pit cycle should be over, so what you see in the side panel now should be correct. In the positions beyond P10 there might be DNF indicators, but they are false. They are updating like irregularly, like you see. We have 5 DNFs there, but they are no DNFs. Antoine Higelin actually managed to catch Adai Coba Lopez here going to turn 1, but didn't go for a pass. But Coba Lopez is really on a charge. I mean, Higelin is on a charge. He just passed Teemu Valkjärvi a few moments ago, and most likely he will pass Coba Lopez as well. He's doing 19.5s. Coba Lopez did 19.9. And actually, looking at the pace, if Higelin can keep that pace after passing Lopez, he might have a shot at the P6 there, Riku.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm again.
Yeah, I know you're not following. That's why I woke you up, you idiot.
Yeah. Something about P6.
Yeah, I was saying. Yeah, I was saying that if Higelin gets past Coba Lopez pretty shortly, he might have a shot at P6. Looking at the pace he's keeping currently.
Yeah.
Well, the last lap doesn't count because, yeah.
Seems like they didn't have that much damage after the incident with B1 Red. Or was it B1 Red? Yes, it was, I think.
Yeah, if you mean the turn 3 incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're still doing pretty good lap times. Yeah, I mean, they are doing pretty well and no damage, so we'll see if they can. I mean, there's still 1 hour and 45 minutes left racing, so plenty of time to make up.
Currently in the lead, Kimi Asumanemi is driving pretty slowish compared to the Fraser guy, Fraser or Motorsports duo behind him. Last lap virtual racing, Black did 120 flat, where Fraser, Koanda Simsport did 19.8. Core Motorsports behind them did 19.7, so they're catching about 3/10 a lap to the virtual racing car. Still a good pace for virtual racing though, not taking any away from them. Inex Racing Blue did 19.5, so Dave Hilling is really charging and catching Core Motorsports. Meanwhile, Glacier Racing 2 car in P5 is catching P3 as well, so this pack, even though the gaps are like from leader to P2, there's 7 seconds, then another 5 seconds from P3 to P4, but still at the end of this stint it might get different, especially for those guys who don't know how to save their tires through the 1 hour stints. At the end, at the last race at least, we saw them struggling, and that was with the mega grip weather, and now we have way hotter weather, so tire conservation becomes even a bigger issue.
Yeah, indeed. I just did a sprint race where the track temperature was 40 degrees. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit. But towards the end of the race, I think that even that is like only a 40-minute race, and it was really tipping around the SS the last 10 or so laps. It was pretty bad. So it's not that much cooler now. It's 38 degrees, so pretty much the same. So towards the end of the stint, I can only imagine how slippery it is. So the people who can save tires the best are going to be really strong. Yeah, Lohtor is setting the pace, driving a 0.4 last lap. We'll see what he does when he comes to the line now. He does a 0.564, meanwhile Billington a 763, so catching 2/10. Boss did a 20.0, so catching a half a second, but he has traffic. Brockman 19.7, so 2/10. And the leader, Virgin Racing 20.1, so 6/10, so it's...
Yeah, Lohtor is picking up pace again. in the last race as well, Lohtari was one of the most consistent and one of the fastest guys on track through the whole stint that he did, which was not that surprising considering that Lohtari is pretty much a Road Atlanta specialist. It doesn't matter what car you put under him when he comes to Road Atlanta, he's always super fast. He did it in rough C-Spec, he did it with rough track, he did it with Corvettes, he did it with DP Riley, Ford GT. At least, yeah, Solstice as well. He did at least 6 different cars and he was like world record pace on each one of the cars. So Lohtari really knows Road Atlanta well. For some weird reason he's always fast in here. This special presentation of Glacier TV is brought to you by Wreckfest. Your place for guaranteed wrecks, mayhems and pileups. Drive fast, wreck a lot with Wreckfest. Vieläkin muistin ton perkele. So currently checking the status of all 3 Glacier Racing teams that are in the top split. So this is the top split out of 7 splits we have in this race. So 245, I think, was the total number of teams registered for this race. Yeah, no problem Friction Racing. My pleasure to provide streams for the community whenever I can. To give an update on the Glacier Racing cars, the number 1 car who started the season with 4 GTs, but after the restart or reboot of the season, after the certain issues with Monza, they now switched to McLaren. Currently their qualifying went pretty sour. They started P32, currently up to P21, and let's have a look at Tapani Linnaluoto is currently driving the car. Right here, P21. And
he has a modified rear wing as well, so it seems like they've had some action. Yeah. Some sort of action, plus it seems like a few guys have vomited on the hood as well, looking at how much it has dirt on it, so... I'm trying to see what has happened to him and his rear wing.
Yeah, I don't expect a replay of that because I haven't followed him, so the replay is not going to show anything.
Okay, so it happened on lap 10. Lap 9, my bad. What happened?
But anyway, the Glacier Racing 1 team basically is driving this just for a good measure because they did finish the first race, I think P5 or P6, so they have 300 plus points already in their pockets from this week, so more than a sufficient result for them already for Road Atlanta, so they don't really need any extra points. The Glacier Racing 2 team, driven currently by Jari Lohtari, currently in P5, pretty much matching the pace of top 5 runners, so has caught up about 2 seconds to the Virgil Racing car, has caught up about a half a second to Forazer Honda Simsport, who is virtually the leader once the full pit cycle is over at the end of the race. Since Virgil Racing Black in the lead seems to be on a different strategy.
I think this is speculation. I don't know what they're doing, but they pitted
lap 41.
Yeah, 4 laps earlier than like normal.
The normal cycle would be lap 45.
Yep. So I don't know what's up with them. If they're trying to do some super safe strategy later, I don't know.
So yeah, the Glacier Racing 3 car, McLaren driven currently by Teemu Valkejärvi. We just call him Teemu Whitelake, by the way. So if you're unhappy trying to pronounce Valkejärvi, just use Whitelake. It's the same thing in English. So Teemu Whitelake is currently in the Glacier Racing 3 car, currently in 11th. Yeah, currently in 11th position. They qualified 6th. Joni Takanen put them on the P6 and he did the first stint. So Let's just wait what happens after. I believe Joni Takanen is gonna do the last stint for them, so might gain a place or two. But so far, consistent job for them and good set of points coming up. Currently on the screen, the number 3 car of Core Motorsports, currently driven by Alexander Voss, and he's actually caught up to Coanda SimSport car now, so he has a good draft of Coanda car, and Coanda car is actually struggling in front of him, because even though Rens Brookman ahead of him would be way faster than the 2 cars in front of him, battling for P25. By the way, Gianluca Bellardinelli, the Italian driver, is under pressure right now from Francisco Estevi. But behind him, Rens Brookman is trying to get past them of the 2 lappers, but the problem is the 2 lappers are not only fighting for position, they're fighting for position with a way faster car. Now Francisco actually opens the door for him, and does he open the door for Alexander? Not yet. Let's have a look at if Alexander tries to go for it. Yeah, he goes for a pass, and Francisco does a very good traffic maneuvers there, just according to textbook. But the problem with Rens is that if the lappers do not lift the throttle, there's no way Rens is able to pass the cars on the straight, because the BMW simply does not have enough top speed. So he has to do the passing under the twisty sections unless the lappers lift. Now Rens gets past one of the lappers.
Can someone please with about 2000 I rating or something below tell me why on earth do you let people by when you have a blue flag into the corner? What do you gain? Like, please tell me, because I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, to specify what Rico is talking about, I mean, usually the routine is to lift, like you saw there.
Oh, and Alex going for a move on. Nope, backed out.
Yeah, but no way past. The BMW has superior braking. But yeah, what Rico is referring to is usually we're talking about in the case of low I rating drivers, when you're being lapped, what usually you should do on the main to reduce the time loss for both drivers is when you go on the straight, just move off the line, ease off the throttle a little bit, tap the brakes a few times to indicate that you've seen the guys about to pass you, and make a safe pass during the straight. But for some reason the low I rating guys always seems to flat out all the way up to the corner, and then they do like a super braking either in front of you or on the racing line, etc., which actually causes you to push too wide through the corner with the lap traffic, and it actually causes both guys close to a second more than it would if you just ease off the throttle on the straight. So that's what Rico was referring to. If someone has a rational explanation why the hell would you do that, please share it with us.
I guess they're looking for the lucky dog.
Oh yeah, that has to be it. So there you see the gains and losses so far in this race. Apex Racing UK car currently the only loser in the top 5, losing 5 positions since the start. Then we have Glacier Racing 3 car has lost 5 positions. Panda Motorsports gained 11 positions, that's pretty good. And yeah, looking down the field, Glacier Racing 1 car has gained 11 positions, even though they have damage now, so that might actually cost them at the end of the race. And there you have the DNF teams. Hey, Martin on the stream! How you doing, Martin?
There's no rational explanation for this.
Yeah, plus one for that.
That's why we're asking for. We were trying to see if there was, but we. Oh my God, Jari, please! Almost dive bombing a back marker into what we call Lesmo 2, which is actually turn 7.
You just had to reveal the secret of the fins. Use stupid names to corners that like exist on another track.
I mean, if
Just
your
like,
name is
just like
Hagner,
for Johnny Hagner, yeah, every track has a carousel.
and now Jari coming down into the carousel, takes the left and takes the right.
Yeah. And then we have the hairpin just before the main straight, followed by the kink. And that's pretty much Hagner's idea of corners. You have hairpins, you have kinks, and you have carousels. Oh yeah, then you have S's.
Yeah, pretty much. But to update on the pace, Virgil racing at the top, going pretty fast, 19.7. And again, they pitted on lap 41, so we are not quite sure what's going on over there. We have Renz or Kwanda in second, doing 19.988. Alexander right behind, doing 20.0, so losing like half a tenth there. Dave Gelling behind, doing 19.801, so tenths almost on Kwanda. And Lohtori almost driving the back of a back marker yet again, did a 19.9 the lap before, and he's having just terrible luck with the back markers. Oh my, like, really?
Mulsanne straight. Mulsanne pretty much exists. I mean, Hagner is Nordschleife and Le Mans fanatic. So pretty much Mulsanne exists
Voss
only in Le
passed
Mans.
Kwanda for position. Into the what was this again? The carousel. Yes.
Yeah, carousel.
Yes, indeed.
Replay.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
Rough having the top speed. Pretty typical standard racing move. I mean, textbook stuff.
Yeah, there's
nothing really Renz can do there.
Yeah, the top end speed for the rough is so superior that on this track that, well, pretty much on every track, but the straight is such a long, I think kilometer and a half. So no way he's able to prevent. I mean, even if he had taken a defensive line, Alexander would still be able to late brake. It would have been more risky, but yeah, I don't think Renz wins anything by starting to fight him off.
Just to give you an idea, Renz was doing 258 right before breaking into the carousel, and Alexander was doing 270, so 12 kilometers an hour difference there.
Yeah.
So.
But then again, Brockman is able to carry a lot more speed through the hairpins.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, the BMW has a trouble in this track, because if you want to pass people, you pretty much have to do it to set up the pass in turn 1, usually, cause a wide line for the other driver, a bad line through turn 1, and then try to pass him in turn 3. If you pass him in turn 3, then you have a chance to go through 3, 4, 5, where BMW is actually superior, and drag enough gap coming into the back straight so you don't lose the gap. And if you have a clean air with the BMW, you're actually able to match the speed lap time of the McLaren and the rough, because despite the bad top end speed, the lap times actually match, because the roughs lose, I think, 3 or 4 tenths in turns 2 to 5 alone.
Yeah, a bit of an update on the pace. Virgil has been getting away from the second place, but they lead now by 10 seconds. Our team, Glacier Racing number 2 team, has caught up to number 2 position by around 2.5 seconds since the pit stops. It was around 7, now it's about 4.2. That's not 2.5. That's about
what happened to Tom Valentini?
Which team?
I don't know if it's a bug again in the data. I think it's pure racing. No, nothing's happening. He's still in P6.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, in the data sheet he's going like P13 already, 14, 15, 16. Nice. And now, whoop! And now he comes over the line and whoopee! He's back to P... Yeah, now he's back to P6. God damn it, this telemetry.
And now it seems like...
Brockman is really trying to hassle that rough, by the way. He's really not wanting to settle back behind him.
I mean, Boss is not really catching up to Virgil, so I can see the points. Now the second and fifth, between second and fifth is getting really packed again. Almost. Give it a. The end of the stint, it's gonna be pretty packed and tight.
Yeah, Jari in P5 is catching P2 by 3/10 a lap, so all it takes is Renz to pull a one too wide situation in one corner, and it's instantly 1 second off. And Dave Hilling between them is also gonna get in the mix. And when that pile happens, what do you think, Riku? Is Renz gonna start defending that P3, or is he just simply gonna drop behind the roughs?
I mean, he can try, but then again, the straight line speed of the rough is so OP that even with BMW in draft, I don't think he can do much. If Gelling wants to go past him, he's gonna get past him, in my opinion. I think best thing for Berkman right now is just to save as much fuel as possible and try to, get an advantage.
Lohtari is actually blasting pretty freaking fast lap time. His last lap was 19.6. Compare that to Dave Helling, 20.1. Brockman 19.9. Bosch did 20 flat, and the leader did 20 flat. So he's actually catching almost a half a second a lap.
Yeah, that was a bit of an odd lap. I mean, it was a bit faster than usual. He's been doing 0.8s, 0.9s before that, so.
Yeah, but that was without a draft, so that's surprising
strung
that
strung together a strong lap, yeah, indeed. Hopefully he can keep up the pace.
Actually, you can see, by the way, just to mention, you can see on the stream that since we have the latest build brought us the new surface model, dynamic surface model, you can actually starting to see during the corners, you see that thicker, the black line on the braking zones and the turning points gets thicker and thicker because the cars actually leave rubber on the track the more they race through there. So on the straight lines where the cars are not actually like burning or sticking the rubber onto the tarmac that much, you don't see much of a racing line going through the straights right here. But when they go to the hairpin braking zone, now you can see the black line really thickens up. So just to mention that, so that's a new feature in iRacing that we just had in the last build. So the longer the race goes, the grippier it gets. And for those who have joined late in the stream, this is Joni Beckman, and with Riku Alatalo we're doing sort of an unofficial Glacier TV.
Ricky Atulu.
Yeah, Ricky Alatolo. We're doing a sort of unofficial Glacier TV broadcast for this first round of 6 weeks of Blancpain Endurance series, which is a qualifier series for the 2016 Blancpain Endurance World Championship Series. The top 40 teams of this series after 6 weeks will advance to the World Championship Series. Each driver in the team in the roster will be handed a World Championship license, and then we'll have in 2016 we'll have the World Championship Series for the Formula 1 car and the World Championship for the endurance racing.
And seems like Jari has really found his pace. He's been doing last 3 laps 0.682, 0.750, 0.710 compared to the people in front of him doing 20 flats, so he's been finding his groove lately.
Yeah, most definitely. Now 1.3 seconds only gap to Dave Hilling, and a few laps ago it was 2.5 seconds, so he's caught up a full second in a few laps. Pit stop cycle is nowhere near at the moment yet. We're on lap 70, and the pit stop cycle should be around lap 94 or 92 to 94, somewhere in that gap. Actually, it might be 90 to 94.
He's catching. Oh, there's someone on the outside.
Wow, there's a speed
That's
turn
Kevin
one.
Riley. Kevin Riley for Red Evolution Racing number 2. let's see if there was actual contact. Oh, there was actually contact between him and Marin Kolak.
Replay!
For Iberica Racing Team. It was a bit of a dive bomb from Marin. Came a bit late.
God damn it, this replay, dude.
He's not quite to the apex, but I mean, Kevin gave him slightly more room.
Yeah, replaying currently on the screen. They're coming through the carousel right now. Coming onto the main straight.
To the kink, down to the kink.
Yeah, through the kink. No, the hairpin.
No, hairpin was last corner. First corner is the kink, so they're coming
Oh,
to the kink.
Yeah, now approaching the carousel.
Carousel was the chicane.
Every corner is a carousel. I just asked Joni Hagner if you don't believe me.
At least try to pretend.
Yeah, yeah, I think that was a pretty late-ish move by the BMW there. Even though Kevin could have given a bit more space, but I think that was a pretty late dive. Let's have another look at that, since we're not in a rush or anything.
And the update on those lap times was coming to the line 0.971. Ruckman 0.574. He struggled a lot with the back
who was the guy that contacted Kevin? Who was the guy passing him?
Marin Kolak, I think, or something like that. Yelling
Yeah,
0.304 and Lohtori 645. Seems like they all had a bit of trouble with the back markers.
Here we have it. He actually had to lift quite a bit there. Well, yeah, that's I think that's an unfortunate incident looking at it from Marin's cockpit right now, because Marin never went wide from the apex. That was a late dive in, yeah, but yeah, Riley could have given him a little bit more space. I would put that a racing incident where more space could have been given. That's what I'm saying.
I think Marin could have been a bit more to the apex as well. So I would say racing incident. Both parties failed to. You know, I mean,
respect
it's a 3
hour.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour race. There's no need for like leaving the other guy with 1 centimeter space.
And now the pack is starting to tighten up. Jari just passed the lapper there, but now we have Alexander Voss, basically, well, we could say a leader, because Virtual Racing is leading by 10 seconds, but like we said, they're on a different pit cycle. But currently, Alexander Voss in P2 right now is being hunted by Rens Brockman, only 6 tenths behind. Dave Hilling only 8 tenths behind Rens Brockman, and now Jari Lotari is 1.1 seconds behind Keeling. So again, a 19.8 from Jari despite passing a lapper. So another 4 tenths off from that gap. So now well, we should say top 4, even though it's from P2 to 5. This is really heating up now.
Indeed, and all the lappers in the mix. The lap times are going all over the place. As you can see now,
The Glacier Racing 1 car was being lapped.
Brockman having a lot of issue with the back markers, and now Gelling is right on the back of Brockman. And are these lappers really not gonna move over? Like, are you serious?
Yeah, the lappers are doing a really bad job in this race so far, from what I've seen.
Are you actually being serious? Okay, well, finally he lifts.
Well, yeah, now he did it just before braking, so that was,
and he has to go too
not
wide
as bad.
And now he's gonna come right in front of Jari. There's like next level advanced back.
And now he could lift, but is he gonna?
Yeah, he is. I mean, that's sensible. Was with a 20.5, Brockman with a 20.8, then Gelling with a 20.5, and Lohter with a 19.9.
He was radical enough to do that. If you see what I did there.
And wow, Brockman passing lappers into SS. And Gelling is not quite gonna have the luxury of that as well. So
yeah, that would have been an incredible move if Eloma actually had managed to let both pass in the. But actually, Eloma is being bad. Tapani is being bad traffic right now. Why is he fighting the guys on the brakes?
I don't know. And again,
well, he is fighting. Oh yeah, that's why he is fighting the BMW. That's why I understand that he was defending the position.
But then again, how often does Tapani get lapped in a race?
But yeah, now look at the speed differential. They started side by side into the straight. Look at the speed difference. Tapani already cleared him, and he's escaping right now. And they went side by side onto the straight. I mean, the speed difference, or the lack of top speed for BMW.
And Virgil's in the pits.
Yeah, Virgil in the pits.
In lap 74. They have a really weird strategy. Like they didn't even do. Wow.
42 laps. There's no way he's able to save enough fuel for a full stint now. I mean, they have 1 hour and 20 minutes to go. At maximum you can do is 1 hour and like 6 or 7 minutes. There's no freaking way they're able to pull a 1 hour and 19-minute race. So that really destroys them.
Why are they three-stopping? Like, have they found out something that's
basically,
faster?
I think they have a four-guy team and they want to let everyone drive. That's my guess. I mean, that would be the only logical assumption, but even that would be a stupid strategy. Because extra pit stop, only the driving through the pits, it's like, I think 20 plus seconds.
Yeah. There's no way, no way.
Wow, Pomerade is going past dive bombs Tapani into the turn 7, which is the Lesmo 2 corner. But now look at the speed difference. Tapani will have no problem whatsoever driving right past him. That's the speed difference BMW against the McLaren, and the McLaren is easily gonna. I mean, he would clear him even without a draft, but with the draft. But now he comes back on the brakes. If he is able to hold it, the BMW actually has the benefit now. If he stays in front going through turn 2, 3, and 4, he is able to push enough gap so that Tapani is not able to capitalize it. But I would not want to drive that BMW right now under these circumstances. That's pretty painful. I mean, looking at the straight, no matter how well you drive the car, everyone still just flashes past you. Meanwhile, we're having on the screen now the battle for P2, 3, 4. Alexander Voss now after Virtual Racing pitted. Now Alexander Voss is now officially the race leader, but Lotari is now really closing up behind Dave Hilling right now, going into the back straight. He actually might have a go. I mean, Dave Hilling surely is going to get close to Rens Brockman's car. 8 tenths a gap, 7 tenths a gap now as they go onto the straight. You can see the gap right here shrinking. 0.6, 0.5. The gap is, I mean, there's the draft effect right there. BMW against Ruff, 0.3. It's half a second he caught before the braking zone. Half a second on one straight alone for the BMW. I mean, that just shows how slow BMW is at the end of the straights.
And now Alexander is just cruising away at the moment since Rens doesn't have to pace at the moment.
Yeah, Rens is really holding these guys up. Actually, it would be beneficial for Rens to let one of the roughs pass and then stick to their draft. But Rens being stubbornly holding on to that P2 right now is really costing them time.
Well, I wouldn't say stubbornly, but...
Well, yeah, I mean... he's determined to fight for that position.
Yeah. And again, it might not pay off, but that would be one strategy to think about, like, not give the leader an easy victory.
BMW will be strong on brands though. That might actually be... My personal guess is that Ruff is going to be one of the most handicapped in brands. Because if BMW is that good on the semi-fast corners, like
Gilly make a move.
Yeah,
he backs out.
No, he doesn't back out, but BMW is just superior on brakes.
Too strong. Let's see what the other does. He could have gone and run into the hairpin, but he decided against it.
Yeah. For anyone wondering why the hell we're talking about hairpins and carousels, that's because that's an inside joke for Glacier Racing guy. One particular guy always says there's carousel, SS, hairpins, and kinks pretty much anywhere you drive. But yeah, as I was saying about Brands Hatch, if a BMW is that competitive through this corner complex right here, turns 2, 3, 4, 5, this is the kind of corners that you see in Brands Hatch as well. Pretty much every corner there is a corner like this, so I think BMWs are going to be super fast there.
Circling turn 5, going
Car is going to flash past them.
In Lesmo 1.
Don't start fighting off. He is fighting off.
Oh, and contact!
Yeah. yeah, that's what I was like. 2.3 seconds before it happens, I told Yari, don't do that, and he still goes for it. I wouldn't blame Yari for that crash, but why would you start fighting off in a position like that? Let's
And
have
his
a look
car is grab walking, it seems like.
Oh god damn it, dude! You're not serious. How are you able to?
Yelling went wide there. I mean,
Yeah, he did, but I mean,
yeah, the car is doesn't. It's oversteering to the right. It's. God damn it. They should do the pits.
so no decent points, even though just coasting around in a top 4 pack would have been sufficient, but Inex Racing decides otherwise. Let's have a look at it right here. So he's basically on the rear tire of Yari going under the brakes, late brakes into the corner, and wham. Well, I don't think Healing went that wide, but that was overly. I don't think that. Yeah, that was. I don't think that's like an aggressive move that you would see in sprint races. That's not a move that you would see in a 3-hour endurance event with like half the race gone.
Yeah,
Especially
I
with a
get
car
that
that is
point too,
superiorly sensitive to side pod damage or side damage.
Well, rest in pepperonis.
Yeah, well, basically, if the repairs do like, if they get like, we have 1 hour and 13 minutes to go. So, enää Farchase siis ei ole ammattimaista. Lololol. Well, I can have a look at another replay of that incident from here you have a view of Dave Keeling's cockpit of that incident. So Jari, he gets a bad exit of turn 5. Jari almost clears him completely, and then he late brakes. Well, I still don't think he went that wide. I mean,
He's half a car width wide. I mean,
but I still don't understand that kind of aggressive move into that corner, because even if he had successfully pulled that off, he still would have had to defend like a maniac into the next chicane, because he would have had a bad exit of turn 7. Yeah, that was overly aggressive move by Helling, I think. Even though, yeah, racing deal, I would say, but overly aggressive for this kind of race. For a 40-minute sprint race, I would have understand that kind of a move, but yeah, I think you're right, Exami. I think he did lean to the other car a little bit. Lohtari is back on track though. Might be a lap down though, so it's pretty much a low blow for Leisure Racing 2 car, because they were in the top 4 pace, and basically now they're down to P20 something, which means basically they don't get it way. I mean, the points they get from P24 is nowhere enough for top 40 in the series. So pretty much a race over for that team, and they have to just try to attend the last race of the week on Sunday. But I have to say, when you have 2 races with 2 DNFs or 2 bad results, the pressure is gonna pick up so into that 3rd race. So which usually causes people to take extra safe routines, etc. So because since there's no drop weeks in this series, one destroyed week and it basically destroys your entire chance of getting the top 40.
Not necessarily, but you have to have hell of the rest of the week, pretty much top 5s in the top split to have a chance.
But I was actually surprised to see Dave making a move like that, because usually when I've seen Dave drive in all sorts of different series, he's always been like a pretty clean driver. So seeing that kind of aggressive move when you fail a corner that badly, and basically you're underspeeding at the end of the straight, that was basically a Joni Hackner move, I would say. I mean, going for just. There was absolutely no need to go for that kind of pass, because he would have had a better shot in just sticking behind and getting a draft on the long straight.
I'm still waiting for the
and
day.
the karma of iRacing continues. The dive bomber gets away without any damage.
I was about to say, I've still yet to see a crash where the actual guy at fault gets off worse than the guy who was innocent.
Yep. So Lohtari is now 2 laps behind the leaders. Full. Let's have him on the screen here for a second. 7.9 seconds behind the next car, who is the next cars are lapping about 122s. So if Lohtari's car is even slightly drivable, he's still pulling off low 19s. So I don't think that car took that much damage after the repairs, though. He's pulling up like 3 seconds a lap faster, 2 seconds a lap faster than most of the guys in front of him. At least P21 is currently lapping 2 seconds a lap slower. Pretty much beyond top 12, everyone's lapping 21s. So we still have about 50 laps to go, so he is able to compared to those guys, he is potentially able to gain a full lap, but that's pretty much it. But even doing the and yeah, we have to remember that he pitted when there was minute and was it 13 to go, so yeah, but I mean, which one is more rational? I mean, coasting all the long straights and losing like 2 seconds a lap, or...
You're not gonna save 13 minutes of fuel.
No, not 13 minutes, but normally the stint would be like an hour and 3 minutes or 4 minutes, so that was 9 minutes worth of saving. But yeah, that would be like 7 laps. But the positive side in that stop is that he doesn't have to take tires. Everyone else is going to take tires on the last stop, but he's going to take just a splash of fuel. So it's going to cost him like half the time, less than half the time, because it's basically a drive through the pits and a few liters of fuel. But it's still like a lost 20 seconds. But it's in some ways you could say it's a gained 20 or 30 seconds, because everyone else has to make a full pit stop yet, and Lohtari doesn't. Only needs a splash, so might increase his chance of doing well here, but remains to be seen. Meanwhile, in the lead, Alexander Voss, Rens Brockman, Dave Gilling still the top 3. Tom Valentini in P4 is already down 23 seconds to Dave. The top three at the moment. Core Motorsports, Forazer Coanda, and Inex Racing Blue are going to decide the top 3 places here. In what order, that remains to be seen. But if Dave can do anything about it, I'm pretty sure Renz is going to be in the wall as well shortly. So the last hour of the 3-hour endurance race in Road Atlanta is about to start. 1 hour 4 minutes left. So the last round of pit stop cycle should begin in about in 2 to 5 minutes. One fast lap from Latari, first person view, sure. If you want. Currently in P28, the cars in front of him are for position. There's Thomas Sabo in front of him and PJ Sturgis in front of him. Both with damaged cars, so he shouldn't have any problems getting past them. The Thomas Sabo in Iberica Racing Interactive is doing 123s. So, well, now he does a 121 flat. So, I mean the guy in front of him, in front of Jari. So, should be an easy pass. Still. And we have a live interview. A live chance to talk live to the guy who was mistreated in turn 6. Jari, what happened in your eyes?
Just a moment. So yeah, it was a standard exit of T5, and Dave, I'm guessing he missed his gear or something, and he lost a lot of time. I was thinking about overtaking him into T6, and well, I was almost clear, left room for him, and then he decided to drive bomb me, so... Or at least bomb me. I have no idea, I didn't see it very well, I only once look at the replay, so...
Yeah, that's pretty much how everyone else saw it. What are your have you had any thoughts on what your potential finish position in this race might be?
I don't really care at this point. Car is drivable, almost. So I'm just driving the hell out of it.
Yeah, it's still good to try and finish the race because we had a DNF, or you guys had a DNF in the first race. So at least getting some points on the table gives a bit safer position going into the last race, in case you have a wreck with some, or in case the number 2 team has a wreck with someone there. Because we don't have any drop weeks, we have to remember that. Okay, I think that's enough from point of view from Jari Lohtari. Let's go back to TV camera and get John Hall in the picture. Okay, what the hell is going on with the data board? Now it says Geeling in the lead, Alexander Voss is not in the lead. What the hell, dude? What happened to Jorn Jens? Jorn Jens in the pits on lap 99? 88? What the hell? Oh yeah, lap 88 pit stop, so exactly 1 hour to go. So that's full tank of fuel and 4 tires for Jorn Jens, so he should be able to get through to the end just fine. Täällä on spinnaaja vasemmalla. This is not Road Warrior, this is Blank Pain Endurance Series. And we have another spam bot in the chat. Woohoo! Woo! We also have Kimmo Suominen in the chat room, but he's too shy to talk anything. P6 is having a good battle with NX Racing Red Car and Phoenix Motorsport Rough, driven by John Hall at the moment. These cars have been at each other's tail, nose and tail, for I think 4 or 5 laps at least. Meanwhile, Dave Gelling is pitting, I think. No, it's Alexander Voss who is pitting right now. Yeah, Alexander Voss is right now in the pits. The last stop for that team. And the Ford GT of Joni Törmälä in the NX Racing Red Car is actually doing pretty decent job considering they are also lacking top speed. And Joni Törmälä actually posted in the pits right now, but he was actually doing a pretty good job of defending on the roof on the straights. And right now I'm about to lose my voice, so I'm gonna drag me and Jari off from the commentary booth so we have a silent stream again. So enjoy the last 56 minutes of silent, no commentary stream of Glacier TV's Blank Pain Endurance Series broadcast.